Yeah, jingle it, jingle all the way. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Straight No Chaser, Christmas edition. Is that what we're calling this?
Can be.
Jingle bell, jingle bell,
It's a
jingle
holiday. I mean, none of it's holiday themed, but we have.
bell.
Should we have one hat?
I
And
don't
should we call it jingle ick all the way?
Jingle ick.
Yeah, jingle it, jingle all the way.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God, these men so gross, they make me fucking sick. Jingle it, jingle all the
That's a
way.
clip. She did that.
Oh God.
All right.
Okay. So yes, welcome to Straight No Chaser and happy holidays because by the time this gets to you, it's gonna be Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the time you listen to it, it's gonna be on the Christmas. So happy holidays to those who don't celebrate it. Merry Christmas to those who do. And my birthday is in 4 days. Hello. Today we are going to speak about icks. And everybody will nod in agreement that everybody has. We all have icks. On the show tonight are our very special friends, but we'll start with those that you love the most. We have Bahar.
What's up?
We have Rohan.
Hi guys.
Yeah, you have me. Especially Ayana can't be here tonight. She is not well, so we send all the positive vibrations out to her. With us we have our favorite red man, not you. Our favorite red man, right? The one who does all our editing, the one who makes us look good, who makes us look funny. Our favorite editor, the love of our lives, and B's husband, Darryl. Woohoo! Yay! Fanfare. He trying to look all cool on the camera. And our third favorite red man, because Logs is going to hear about this. Our third favorite red man, but our
That's
second for the
crazy.
show. We have the I have to call it by what other people call it, real quick.
You what?
That's right.
No. I changed my mind.
Immediate regret.
Okay, fine. I will respect your wishes tonight because it's Christmas time. Artist extraordinaire. We were on their podcast the other day. Can't say this twice. He is multi-talented, and I have to say that they're not paying me to do so. The lovely Cleavon.
I should
Guys,
try
that
to
girl.
too. Huh.
We should play a song. Ducky, get one of his songs off of the internet for free and just play it in the background.
Internet for free. Cleo, can you just send it?
Pirate that thing. Pirate it. Right? So, this is what we do. We speak about everything unfiltered, just like we do in our group chat without any sort of decorum or anything like that, especially Rohan. The first thing that we will do, stop, please. First thing that
That's
we will do
crazy.
is we will take a shot together. So get your drinks out, people.
I don't have Gatorade today.
That's good. You have wine.
Yes.
So it'll be a little bit spicy.
Like a Riri pepper.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know how far back I started drinking that Campari in short formation on the podcast, but it's finally done.
Is that your podcast drink?
Yeah, but and I'm not lie, it's not. But I use it for the podcast outside of what I use it for.
Got it.
I wouldn't ask you to share, but very well. Giselle has a smile on her face. So.
I don't. Anyway, so we're gonna take it away. We're gonna talk about icks, those things that make you feel literally.
Yeah, I can't with the icks. Honestly, before icks was a term, I used to be like, there's just something about this person that just doesn't sit right in my spirit. This is like the Americanized version of like not sitting right in your spirit.
Mhm.
I just used to call it an immediately no.
Yeah. Like
Immediately no. No. No.
right,
No,
you
no,
can't
no.
do it. And for those
But
who
I'm
don't know what icks are,
Thank you.
Ooh,
Tell them.
definition time.
yeah, because sometimes, I feel like we pick up some young people lingo and then we get left in the dust. Us millennials
We.
and them. Shut up. Okay, so the ick. An ick is a point at which your initial attraction to a person flips into a feeling of disgust. The causes are many and various, but once someone gives you the ick, all desire is killed. You only want to get away. That is very accurate.
I don't know about disgust. Disgust is very strong.
It's true.
It's strong.
I feel like some people would feel disgust and then
No,
like,
some
it's not
people,
a
yeah,
bad
but
you
for me,
never-
that's real strong.
But you've never, like, let's say whatever someone had an ick that is an ick to you. You've never had like suddenly like an immediate like visceral reaction of like ugh, like you've never, because that's what
Yeah, I'll be like,
if my face
in my head,
contorts, that's disgust.
yeah, like that time with that thing that I'll explain during the show. But I don't think it's not that I wouldn't call it disgust for me. It's more like cringe, like that
It's more
pained
like
me
yuck.
inside.
Yeah, it's like yucky.
Or like you
Like-
see that person differently now and you can't undo that.
Yeah, you can't undo that.
You can't unsee it.
I can't unhair Tuesday. Sorry.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I
They were
cannot
really?
unhair it. I had a conversation with a man years ago. I was so into him. And we were talking about carnival. And he just kept saying Tuesday. And I was like, okay, the first time could be a slip. Cool. Second time. The third time. I was like, okay, I gotta go. I'll talk to you whenever. I never talk to this man again. As a matter of fact, I recently saw a DM from him and I'm like, all I hear is Tuesday. Like,
Rohan was like, could you imagine like in the group chat, the family group chat, talking about how all this man says is Tuesday? And I was like,
Oh, we
poor
would.
guy.
God,
we
that
would. Cleveland has been privy to like some of my family's like conversation. He's aware. Everybody gets a nickname, and everybody gets like it's not like shit, but like it's shady.
No, that's what you're
really
supposed
funny.
to do. I grew up in a family like that. My father had no chance. None whatsoever. Like you imagine my grandfather calling you 32, you think you have these ranking numbers. 32 is ass in play.
Ew, that's so disrespectful.
Oh man.
You see, I didn't have a choice but to come out the way I come out, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I just saying.
We get it.
Now we get you.
We get
Now
All right?
we get
Right,
it.
right. Yes, define the ick. You did that.
I did, girl. Damn. You want me to do it
And
again?
then, no.
Okay.
But then we ask some questions.
Yeah, so we asked questions in our what do you call this? Instagram?
Mhm.
What is it
Stories.
again? So I'll read out what we have
Stop
here.
pushing up these glasses.
I know. It's because the light is like,
Only one of those glasses, Jay. Yeah.
do you want to get some glasses?
Man, I'm cool. I'm cool.
He's cool without the L.
Cool.
Yo, is a mom? I can't get this back on. Okay.
Oh
Got
my-
it. It was a struggle.
That's a clip too, eh? I don't care
That's
how we use
probably
it.
an ick for somebody. Okay, so we asked people to say like what their top three icks are. Someone said not wearing cologne and boasting about money. Feel that.
Yeah.
Like somebody who boasts about money, I'm just like, shut up. Just either you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
We don't need to know.
So no, like, show me what that money do then. Jesus.
It ain't coming my way.
Show, don't tell.
You know?
Exactly. Why are we buying $15 Prosecco when you could be affording everything expensive?
Yeah.
Hold on now. $15 per second will be
Stop.
lit sometimes. So.
It'd be lit, but why we buying that one if you have all that money? Headache.
That's probably the one that makes me violent, you know.
That is exactly what it is, huh? Because that's what we was drinking all COVID long. So.
Yep.
True.
Mhm.
Okay.
Best time of my life.
All right. Someone else said, poor hygiene and smells bad, poor work ethic, discipline, and cheap.
Those are good ones.
Those are
Mhm.
good ones. That is like,
Hygiene, I feel like
That's a
I
Deal
hope
breaker.
that's a thing.
Yeah,
For
big
everybody,
time.
to be honest.
That's a thing for most, most people. Being cheap, I'm not gonna say that's a ick for me. Like, you don't want it to. I mean, it's how you go about the cheapness, though.
well,
Mhm.
that's the thing. I think
I
when
also
people
think
say
there's
like
a
someone's
different
cheap,
definition
it's
for
different.
cheap though, as well. Like
Mm.
what might be cheap to one
Yeah.
may not be cheap to the
Yeah,
other.
true.
Mhm.
Because something
think-
for $12.95
Mhm.
as opposed to something for $13, that's not cheap. That's frugal. Okay.
Well, I have a friend who like when we in our clubbing days who when she was dating, her criteria was like if they're not minimum buying a table at the club, that's an ick for her.
Yo,
That was her version of cheap because she was at that time was in a very good place financially. So she was
right.
like, I need someone to meet me where I'm at.
Right, where am I? Fair.
I feel
But-
like that's a
Fair.
big ask.
But ain't
But
tip?
buying a
$1,000?
table at the club, like,
Tables are $2,000.
That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's cheap.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody has a different version of cheap.
I guess, yeah.
I guess, yes.
But
definitely.
I think a bad way of being cheap would be like if you got it, then like you're like a Scrooge type, where you have it, but you're just like, no, I'm gonna tip like a dollar, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're tight fisted for no reason.
Yeah.
Like you talk about your money, but then we realize after we think about it, you never really ever buy a drink really and truly.
Really and truly.
You know what? That's an ick for me. You see when people are like buying rounds, if you don't say, yo, I don't have it tonight, like cool. Like that's fine. I don't have it tonight. That's it. But if you're watching everybody buy a round and you're getting top shelf shit, and if it comes to you, you're either trying to bust out of the bill or you're not asking anybody what they want, you just buy a round of beers or something. I'm like, you could have just said, like,
Yeah.
I
don't
agree.
do that.
Yeah, that about
I was just
Or
fronting.
buy a stag whole night and chill.
Yeah, that's
Like-
fleet. That's when you're like, it's very disrespectful.
Yeah, that's an ick. That's definitely an ick. All right. Someone said, in no particular order, or no specific order, when they ask you a question but talk over your response,
Mm.
not keeping up with witty banter, and agreeing with everything.
Giselle write this?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Know your people.
Well, Cleavon.
Oh man.
No,
Know your people.
because the witty banter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I thought it, I tried some nice shots at you and you just it's not like you have to laugh, like just what does that mean? That's an immediate ick for me,
Yeah. If I have to
Yeah.
explain everything, yeah. So,
Having to explain a joke or like a little like tiny shade. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
explaining
because
shit.
if I make a very funny joke, like somebody was like, well, my intention is, and I'm like, well, who asked you anything, Boise? And then they're just like, I'm immediately going
that's
to be
good.
like,
You don't listen to Soca? Who are you?
okay.
Oh, shit.
That asking a question and talking that, if anything, would piss me off, and I will never see you the same way. I will never like willingly join a conversation with you unless it's confrontational where I can scream.
Hmm.
Then yeah, that's a ick.
Well, dating or flirting or whatever, it's kind of like a game of catch. Like if you throw the ball and you're not like getting anything back, it's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
New partner, new game. Because what? Yeah, but like if you ask me a question, at least allow me to answer it and then quarrel with me or something. Because that that upsets me. What was the third one?
Agreeing with everything.
Yeah, those yes people upset
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Because then you're seeing them and you're like, I'm thinking to myself, this person could be saying, and we're going to go off a cliff tomorrow at 9 a.m. and you're there.
Yep.
Definitely.
Can't
There.
deal with that. And I will start to shout at that person, regardless of the circumstance. I will start to shout.
Those are the people who are definitely not listening. Like you're having a conversation with them and they're probably only conversing to respond and not conversing to hear and like interact.
You see, there's a difference, they're just people who, regardless, like if they want to impress somebody, they're gonna say yes to
Yeah.
everything that person says. And that for me, because my mouth on the floor, like things will just fall out. I can't do that. I can't do that. I could try, but I can't. Mm-mm.
Good.
Yes, anyway, that was me, Cleavon. Good get. High five.
Good guess.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So the other, as I said, planning against my womb, constantly posting astrological and inspiring content, calls women females.
Rohan?
Rohan.
Yeah,
Darryl.
What was the first one? Repeat the first one.
Planning against my womb.
Elaborate.
Let me tell you.
I mean, I think I know what it means, but let's be sure.
Y'all
Can you
know I
please
have
share
a
the
story.
example? You want to share that example?
I will absolutely share that example. I don't care if this man is listening to this. So I was talking to someone. I do not care. I was talking to someone and things were going good enough. And I was kind of like excited about it. And then I talked about going to a fete in Trinidad, right? And I was like, I'm trying to figure out my outfit because it's like a theme party. And I'm like, yo, the way my camera just zoomed out.
Your camera's
For
working
those
against you.
listening, Rohan's camera decided to zoom out
Again.
and
Because
expose
it's not the first time. Every time. You can't scooch around a little bit.
I know.
I am literally like, I don't
You're
get
by
it.
the door?
I am by the door. I'm in the mid. I'm literally in the middle of the door and like
Okay.
the edge of Okay.
Oh, babes.
Anyway, so
Every
I'm
time.
planning my outfit for this event, right? Because it's themed and I have to be cute. And he says to me, "Why are you planning your outfit so early? You don't know if you'll be pregnant." I said, sorry, what'd you say? He said, "You don't know if you'll be pregnant." And I said, "For who?" Because what do you mean? Like, why are you threatening my womb? And I was like, this is a threat, right? Like, I'm gonna just count this one in as a threat against me. Thank you. Because how you wanna fuck up my carnival? That's crazy. So it's like immediately after that, I was just like, everything about this man just ick.
That's like sexual harassment.
I don't know if
It depends. It depends on who's
No,
saying
meaning
Yeah,
like
it.
you get somebody pregnant when you know they don't want to get pregnant.
he's based okay, so
I mean,
he
he won't
was
get
talking
pregnant.
kids with me and stuff, and I was like, yeah, of course I want kids, whatever. At that point in time, I felt like I wanted kids anyway, and I guess it was a topic of like what the biggest ick about was for me was that everything was about him having kids, and I'm just like, am I a fucking vessel? Like, we have not even met in person properly yet.
No.
Like, please, what are we on right now? So God bless him, and I pray the womb that he chooses him too.
Yep.
Not me.
You gotta let it happen. You can't like rush
I like how you worded
Rush the
that, not
process.
attacking my womb.
Yeah.
No,
But
that
there
was
are lots of
a
guys
attack on
like
my
that
womb.
that are just they like a woman. How to get she pregnant?
It's insanity.
No other
And
thought.
then to do
Why is that a
what?
thing, though? Why do
Send a woman blood pressure up
Yeah.
while she pregnant with the child. For what? To what end? Why you want me to be? Why you want me to be barefoot and pregnant
is
with
that
high
like
blood
an
pressure?
achievement thing, you think, though, when men are like, "Oh, I want to breed you," or
Yeah, because you see,
that
what
must
happened is you see in the man fraternity is yeah, I fuck that, yeah, but I fuck that and breed that. It's like a trump card. Bah!
Yeah. There's nothing more than that. Nah.
Do they stick around though? Like when they get to
That is the question, babes. That is
like
the
like
question.
It's
80
I
very
or
honestly don't
something like
know.
that.
I am without child, so
And then they see the bills and
12 months running, bitches. High fives. High fives.
12 periods. What up?
Sorry, that's a
Oh, Lord.
that's a sorry.
It's a blessing, my guy. Don't start.
You're fine. You're fine.
It started to open up.
Not on site with the camera.
right.
At this point, I think it's a ghost because what the hell is that? Y'all, that wine warming up and I sit on an AC. That's crazy.
Continue reading, please, babes.
Yes, bro.
Yes. I also said constantly posting astrological and inspiring content. Let me tell you, there's a handful of men I could find on my Instagram right now, and I swear to you, on what?
Men?
Mhm.
Yeah, I could pick up right now. Go on
I
their
was
Instagram.
also surprised when I saw that comment.
That's
No, because
interesting.
they would literally have 5 to 10 astrological, like, please. I'm going to
Holy
find one right now. I'm going to find
Can
one.
you just message in the group chat who you're talking about specific?
Sure.
Thanks. But also tell those of us who are listening
I'm
what was posted.
I'm searching someone right now. What am my Instagram name is again? I got it.
If you mouth it, we can't see, so you could go ahead and mouth it.
And I'm mouthing nothing.
Okay.
criminal.
The positive days, the 365 positive days. There
Yeah.
are people who post this every fucking day.
It's too much.
I'm like, where's your problem?
365 what? What?
Like the positive days or like the astrological thingies. But it's like
Oh.
Instagram accounts. Yeah.
Every day?
Every day though.
Every day since I've had them on my Instagram.
That's something.
Okay, I'm going through this business stories. 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts. Well, 1 is a prayer. 4 posts. This one is a moon thing.
Do they have anything about today
Fifth
being
post.
12/12?
No, but there was a December 12th thing.
The person just wants to send positive vibrations every day to their followers.
Come off it, bro. Come off it.
Wow.
Does that talk
Just
to
if you're
what
gonna-
where we are at in life, though?
Maybe I'm just a hating ass bitch.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm just a hating ass bitch. But I just think if you're a positive person, positivity will just roll off of you like a
Some people
goddamn
need to see it. Some people need to see it, babes.
Some people need to get muted.
Wow.
Sorry, I just it's just
Got my water up.
it drives me up a
That
wall.
one
It
is
drives me up a
definitely an
wall.
ick for a handboy.
That is a massive
That's a
thing.
massive
I know
ick
so
for me.
many men that do it, and I'm just like,
I'm actually surprised.
whoa.
Can you just send the
Yeah.
name in the chat so that I can read? Yeah.
Not right now.
No, so I can laugh.
Oh God, please give me a chance. I will send it when I send it. I
Fine.
really find these eggs again. I have to come out into my account. All right.
I do know a lot of
And
guys
then
who say females and not like women or something like that. So
Yeah,
so
she
right, that's
stated
a
that
big
for
ick
a
for me.
minute.
what's
Like
happening?
I've been saying that. I've been saying that like since I was on Cleveland
Yep.
podcast. I was just like, I hate female. Like, why would you say it like that?
It just sounds aggressive.
It sounds aggressive and it
Also
sounds like
sounds
you're
kind
not
of
like
dismissive too now.
it does. Yeah. It's like, why female? Like I know that I'm a female, but I am a woman or a girl, you know,
Yeah.
young lady, something. But
Yep.
these females,
These females.
when I hear men say that, instantly I cannot like you. Like I could probably like enjoy you as a friend and tell you about it, but
Yeah.
as a man that I'm thinking of dating, can't do it because I'm not gonna teach you to not use hateful language. I'm not doing that. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the red pill thing on the internet, like it's sort of become a bigger thing now, which is, I mean, it's really strange now, isn't it?
Yeah, the female thing.
What is the red pill? I
Thanks.
feel like
Oh,
I
that's
never really
like
get into it.
that's like Nico and Andrew Tate and the who are the other ones?
I have no
The
idea.
fresh and
Fresh and
fit.
Fit. Yeah, Fresh and Fit type. Yeah,
Ugh.
Fresh and Fit.
He's not doing that
Actual
now.
Who?
Fresh and Fit is the Rasta guy, right?
No.
I'm the Marasta.
Oh, okay.
About him preach.
No, that's a West Indian guy. That's like he's a similar
Mhm.
act, but Fresh and
Okay.
Fit is a podcast. A
Yeah.
bunch of alpha males, and I say that
Mm.
with air quotes, alpha males, just basically finding the tweedly-deest of women to come on their podcast and say absolute fucking nonsense and like battling them on the things that they're saying. And I'm like, no one thinks like that. Just all of you go away.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it's a lot of those like OnlyFans girls
Mhm.
like from Miami or something like that. And I'm
Miami,
just
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why are they?
How you know they're on OnlyFans?
I mean, because
I'm just kidding.
that's what they say.
Ooh.
And this is where you need to cut. You need to cut it. We'll be
This
back in
whole
10
section.
minutes.
With the cat from Puss in Boots.
You
Oh.
know, ooh.
It's like they
But
bring
it's true. It's a lot of women that are like that. Not the ones who do it to like kind of feed their families. The
right.
ones who are doing it because they think that like that's their job now. God bless them.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they do try to like bring on like I don't know, like a paralegal or a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, someone who actually has a career.
Mhm.
But like a lot of the times, the clips that we actually do see are the ones where the OnlyFans girl would say, "Well, I make all this money, I don't need a real job," and then
Mhm.
guy would be like, because that's the formula of it. The guy's like,
yeah.
tell you what really is the thing, and it's like this whole
And it's like this is why you'll be desired, but you will never be someone's wife and blah blah blah. I'm just like, shut your mouth.
But that also may be an ick. Like if the girls have a OnlyFans, I mean, would a guy really want to? I mean, I guess it depends on the guy, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if I can take that.
For me, the situation is if you are signed in as an OnlyFans customer, but you don't want an OnlyFans girl,
Mhm.
then you're on some bullshit because you want to see them, but you don't want anything to do with them. That's
Yeah.
shicey.
I mean,
Preach.
I don't know if you sign up for
I'm like,
if you sign up for it, you're not looking for like a girlfriend. You're looking, what you're looking for. But like,
then
if
you can
you're
go on
out there-
Pornhub.
if you're out there shaming, that's where it's like a whole thing because you're like, you have an account. Why are you shaming these girls?
Yeah, and you can't say it's research, please. Please, also.
You know, like, how'd you get here? Oh god. Right, so I'm gonna move on. Next one was me again, and I said saying Tuesday. You all know how I feel about that one. Someone says constantly sucking your teeth after a meal to get stuff out. Damn girl.
It's done already. Come on.
I mean, I feel like there's a time and place for that.
I wouldn't do it in
I
front
mean,
of like a girl I'm dating. I wouldn't.
Yeah. That's what I'm
If
saying.
she don't like it, she don't like
When
it.
everybody eats and you're doing that too,
Yeah.
like
sitting at the dinner table and I just get a toothpick.
If you're
Okay.
married, the papers are signed, so it's all bets are off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
But
yes,
when you're
yes.
like pursuing, don't look at me. When you're pursuing, you put your best foot forward.
And then you take it back.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then you
So
all
it's the
decorum
fucking
goes
hokey
out the
pokey.
door.
It's the fucking hokey pokey.
Exactly what it is.
Like,
You put
all
your
right,
best
good.
foot in, you take your best foot out, you take your best foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. So they were talking about marriage in that song?
probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Sounds about right to me.
we do have some.
Please, please, please.
Oh. All right. This one's gross. Digging your nose and flicking your nose poop in public. That's an actual thing.
Oh,
In public?
That
People do
That's
that?
That warrants you to be
apparently, like,
That's
if
crazy.
you have an ick with that, I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's fine because that's nothing to do. And over a certain age too. Like I'll get you a pass if you're like 5.
Right.
yeah.
Definitely.
You're still figuring out life and how things work, but
Yeah.
after that it's like, sir.
Wow.
Flicking it is crazy.
Yeah.
I would say either way, man or woman. Like
Oh
hygiene,
yeah, eat up any person.
like hygiene is a big thing because, I mean, yeah, you do like when you're dating someone, you do like swap spit and all that stuff. But there is also a decorum.
Ew, who does that?
Anyways, there is a decorum that, like, when you're in public, you're sort of like an extension of the other person if you're like really into it. So if you're like, if the other
Yeah.
person's like flicking their, like, it's just a bad look.
Yeah.
Facts.
Definitely that. Grabbing your crotch all the time. Men, what do y'all have to say for yourselves?
Make sure it's there, man.
Does it fall off randomly?
I'm joking. I don't know.
Again, not in public.
But what is the thing about grabbing?
What is it? Is it that it shifts sometimes and it's
Yeah,
uncomfortable?
you
Yeah,
guys
just sing it. Yeah, that's probably.
Okay.
But in
Absolutely.
public,
Okay, fair.
in public as a guy, you probably do this where to walk to kind of like unwedge it off of your leg.
Yeah.
But you don't
It's
just.
the same thing we do for songs.
Yeah.
When they're up in infinity, like you have to like shuffle.
Well, yeah, it's
a
kind
little
of like that.
shuffle
Sometimes you have
dance.
to like sort of shift it. Like, there are times where, guys may sit a little too hard and they might sit on it, so you have to like adjust. Yeah,
Oh, that sounds painful.
You
Guys
That does sound painful.
go up in your stomach, and that shit is.
there could be some pinching every once in a while. So like,
Ah.
In my head, it's always like men like adjust because it's maybe a little hot and their balls have stuck together.
Right?
that was the worst thing about living in the
In my head,
tropics.
that's what's happening.
It's the worst thing about living in Grenada because that is
That's a thing.
that is an issue, man. Like, oh my god, I had to put like
Oh, I love
powder
my
on it.
cat.
I'd be
Then.
like,
It doesn't give me problems.
Yeah.
I had to powder that
Right.
shit.
That's right, girl.
Yeah.
It just hurts when we laugh it. Ooh, wow. So we've debunked the grabbing of the crotch. It's just hot, guys. They just need to unstick it.
Give him a little ease up.
But there are some men who really just grab
Yeah,
their crotch
just
for no reason.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah, yeah,
gross.
absolutely. For no reason. They're just
For no
like
reason.
Yeah.
And like, I can't even say for sure if they're grabbing their crotch because sometimes their pants are so low. I'm like, are you grabbing your pants from falling?
I mean, yes, men, please pick up your pants.
now,
Thank
ladies,
you.
is that an ick? The
Yes,
pants
massive.
around the
Very
ankle, like
much
all the way
a-
down?
If I could see your bum,
especially in 2023.
yeah, especially in 2023. If I could see your bum, even half your bum, like that's no. Like pull them pants up.
I have no problem seeing the top of the boxers. I have no problem
It
seeing
has
some
to
of it.
be cute box. It has to be those like really sexy ones, like Calvin Klein, that has like the really nice fake band and it has like the writing. So it's sexy when you can kind of see that just a peek of it, like with the jeans just below or whatever pants they wear. Well, actually, no, just jeans because if you're wearing like formal pants, I don't want to see your underwear at all. Just pull that shit up. But a little sexy boxer, not the ugly ones we be seeing, not the discolored ones,
I
not
get
the ones that possibly have a hole if you go an inch lower. Like
Not in
those ones.
public. Not like when you're going to the bank and I'm seeing ass. Like, come on.
Yeah,
she's
like
seeing like the top part.
Yeah.
the top part of your
The
boxer.
The band is fine.
The band is fine. It's sexy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, saggy pants is. I don't think I've ever been to it, to be honest. And I don't think men
Yeah.
realize it doesn't do anything for them. It just makes you look like you have no butt.
Or like
It does.
Understood it. Like, why would you want to?
Right.
Why would you? Yeah, it's crazy.
It's never made sense to me.
No, absolutely not. Let's see what else did.
That men serious.
The person said, "I take the last one back. Digging your nose around me. Period." Yeah.
You
Think on
know,
it for a second.
Fair.
she's like, nah,
Just said,
Nah,
don't stick your
fam.
nose. Your nose don't exist. Breathe through it. That's it.
So
It could be crusty.
a guy who's actually did that around here then. Often.
That's the craziest part is that like these icks come about because it's actually happened. You
Yeah.
don't just make them up in your head.
No,
Yeah.
it happens, and you're just like,
My
yeah.
body reacted to that.
The last one is seeing the type of women he had before me. Can't spell, and you don't know where the clit is. That one just came for the jugular.
Yeah. I feel like the spelling one's a bit harsh, huh? Because I feel like people have different capabilities.
No, because if in this 2023, almost 2024, you don't know what is your YOUR and what is your
Okay, that okay. If you said that
YOU.
one, yes.
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
No, because don't do that.
People out here
We
that's
spoke
spelling
that
the
shit.
wrong there and you know it happens, yeah.
Too much. It
Then
happens.
using like
It happens too much, yeah. Like once in a while, like okay, maybe once. Maybe like you catch yourself. But if you're doing it like in every conversation, every time I see your text and you're misspelling simple words that people shouldn't, that is a problem. That is an issue.
You know, strangely, as a teacher, I could let some of that go.
love that for you. Mistakes are for your children, not for these motherfuckers. They're too big.
I
They're
could
big
let
for that.
some of it go. There's some that I can't. I can't say what it is honestly because but there's some that I'm just like, playing Candy Crush, watching TV. I know
What's the other one she
one.
said about girls?
Like seeing the type of woman he had before me. That must be some kind of girl.
Yeah.
He had or that he was fucking because
Well, he had could mean that he was with or fucking or
Yeah.
I truly
or
believe
seen with.
that a lot of guys would fuck in dire constraints. They would just fuck win.
I mean, yeah.
That's true. Men, anything to say?
Yeah, I would suggest like, yeah, don't even try to look back. Just, always forward. Because you're gonna see what you ain't want to see.
Yep.
Sometimes your passes come up right beside you and stand up next to you.
Close your eyes.
Oh, okay. Be like,
Pull yourself in.
See no evil.
She don't exist.
okay, fair. Fair. No problem.
Is it that because what if they're like really stunning? What if they're like, oh my god, this like you went from Beyonce to me, you know? Like if the girl is starting to think that, what like
I think it could be two ways.
it could be two ways. That's what I'm.
One is an ick and one is insecure.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm. Well, that's why I wanted to
Right.
analyze it. I wanted to say, okay, is it the ick because she thinks that she's better, which is another problem, or is it that the exes are stunning and she's like, oh my god, I can't compete, and then she gets to her head, and then she goes into a spiral.
What a situation.
He really broke that down. Eh? He was
He
like,
broke it down.
let me get my doctor on here. Let's break this down a bit. Let's get into this.
There's a lot there that we can unpack.
Well, let's unpack what y'all icks are, because like I know me and Giselle answered in the Instagram story. What were the rest of y'all? What are your icks?
Wait. Can we go over the can't find the clit one?
Of course, that's massive. Ick.
Yeah, I would like to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
This particular one.
Let me tell you. Let me see if I can find something.
Oh, Lord.
Let's say this
Yeah.
is the clit, right? Okay. Vagina, clit. Okay, that's very big.
Ted.
Now we are intimate. Ooh, touchy. And then you do one of go in for the night and then you end up on the side and you start. You don't feel?
The carpet burn.
Yeah, just
Not the DJ.
The wood fire.
I mean, you gotta know your body, and you gotta know the other person's body. Just like we know how to hold your balls when touching you, you have to know how to find the clit. Please get it together. Questions to the back. Yeah.
Now, as you say, holding the balls. Not like initially, like there are some out there that may not know how. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
they may squeeze.
Do they yank it
harder than they should? They may tug them a little harder than they should. They
use it like stress balls.
It's
like
not.
This?
No, you can't do that. You got to know, like, because it's very freaking. You can flick it, and then I can be like, oh, that's why it's
not
funny.
You falling back.
Yeah. Oh, it's that painful. But like, that's why it's kind of funny how if I call somebody a pussy, that means they're weak, but the pussy can take it around, and while you just flick.
It can clearly take dry rub.
They're like, I'm in a fetal position after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but back on the thing. I think now that we're 2023, we're at a time where information is out there. If you don't know it by now, it's just out of ignorance, because there's YouTube, there's the hubs,
there's biology class.
Yes, there's a lot of ways you can figure this out, and it's I think if you haven't figured it out by now, I think you have to like accept the fact that this guy is just in it for just the wham bam and he's out. Like that's
satisfaction.
Yeah, that is clear. Like he doesn't really care about getting deep into it. But then again, there's
something like that.
But I remember the first time I found it, like it was just peeking out at me. It was just like,
Thanks.
I was like,
Please and thanks.
and I was like, whoa.
How was it? Let me see.
Stop.
So
And that is why we love him.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
It was the eyes for me.
Oh man. CJ, X. Top 3. Was that the question, right? Top 3 X?
Yeah, top
Yeah.
3.
3.
If you can't think of 3, hit us with 1 or 2.
Chewing with your mouth open, like loud chewing.
Oh man.
yeah, she hates it.
Oh, if
Yeah. Yeah.
agreed.
Not being able to like code switch in the sense of like where you are, being able to adapt to different situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I can't bring you nowhere. I'm bringing
Yo, I've never heard I can't bring you nowhere put into grammatically correct terminology until today.
Yeah.
Unable to code switch. Can't bring you nowhere.
No. That's a good one. It's like those memes that say like when you're writing emails to like your clients and stuff, what you mean to say and then what you actually write. That's literally what CJ just pulled just now.
Yeah. I love that. I'm gonna use that.
You should post that on our stories.
You can't code switch.
Yeah, I think those are like the biggest.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Those are fair. Those are very fair.
What are yours?
Unrelated. Is that plant real?
Which plant? Oh, that's one.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Yeah.
then we got time for that.
I think I only have like one major one. It would probably be yeah, I guess the self-awareness part, like not knowing when like I always have to like figure out, like if I'm in an argument, I sort of have to like stop and figure out, okay, what am I doing wrong here? Like what, I have to like go through that process. If she's unable to do that, like everything that she does is right. Like if she has like a public fit and then she's sort of right, I think that I mean, what
public fit is bad.
Yeah. Well, where can you go with that really? And if you're not, you always have to be like, you can make mistakes, but you have to be like self-aware enough to be like, I should apologize and work through that.
Yeah.
Apologize to a man. L.
Well, not the ones you're talking to.
Clearly not.
Like, where do you find them?
I go into like the asshole section in Target and I shop there.
Oh man. I feel like my list, I feel like they're like the extreme opposite side. So like for me, an ick is like one side, it's like if I find out that you don't vote, I don't care who you vote for, but if I find that you're a person that does not vote, especially because of, again, the status of what America is in all the time now at this point, like it is an ick for me. Like I think to the point where I mean, I'm married now, but if I was single,
My girl said I'm married now.
For me, like, oh, you don't vote, because majority of the people you meet complain about everything, but it's like if you're not voting, then what are you doing?
You're not doing anything about it, yeah.
My biggest one, which I know has always been a ick for me, outside of the many of like obviously hygiene, all those kind of things, is if you don't eat pussy. I have
Oh, Jesus.
Ickery, Dickery, duck.
Ick.
I have dated many a men that have expected their dick to get sucked, but said, "Oh, but I don't eat pussy." I'm like, what? Get the hell out of here.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, let's put it on top of their head.
Yeah.
Sorry, my God.
That is an immediate, yeah, no.
Yeah,
But
no, absolutely.
also outside of hygiene is I can't do when like, and I don't know if it's also an Indian thing where I've seen it on Indian men, but I've also seen a lot in the Caribbean too. The long nails.
Uh,
Like a random finger that's like long. And I think
That's the
because-
cocaine nail.
I
That's
know,
cocaine.
I'm sure it is. But it's
That
just
is
so
an ick.
and because I like men that have really nicely like manicured nails. And what I mean by manicure, just clip nails, bro. Like clip
Yeah.
nails. That's it. I'm not asking to get a buff and shine or whatever. But when I see them nails on men, sometimes I'm like, what are you?
Is he a cow?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just yeah. Outside of all the men, as I said, this is coupled with hygiene and all that kind of stuff too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that are my icks.
I
Okay,
have to
okay.
add one. The term any and anywhere. Because it's any and everywhere. Why are you saying any twice? I just don't do that
Wait,
any and
people say
anywhere.
that?
You are,
Girl,
you're such a teacher.
You're such a teacher.
That is a teacher.
no, it's not a teacher thing. I could bypass spelling. I will have a fit, like a micro aneurysm, but it's fine. I'm gonna let it go. But any and anywhere, and this is not man thing. This is a general social ick.
I've never heard that before.
Any and anywhere and irregardless. But I know people do that just to upset me. So
Yes. Glad you know. Regardless is not a word.
irregardless.
taking notes.
Oh.
It is a word, but it's not a word.
Regardless.
Because regardless.
Regardless.
It's regardless.
Mm.
Yeah.
Doubling down on the regardless.
I used to use that incorrectly a lot when I was younger, but I've learned.
And that's fine. If you're young and you say it, I'm going to correct you, but you can't be 40, 50, 60 years old any and anywhere.
I literally have never heard anyone say that.
I went on a rant about this in school the other day. Sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
What's the next
So
question?
are those all your ex guys?
Yeah,
I have another one, but I'm gonna put it out for the next question. Like not the next, but one of the other questions.
Okay. So share a time a partner, friend situation gave you the ick. We didn't have many answers for this, but let's go. I told a guy I was talking to that I got into SGU, and he said, "Big money girl."
what?
Ah, Jesus.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, I would have been big mad.
I mean, if that was his like first response, like what?
Not even a congrats, eh? Big
Right?
money
Like, if he did
girl.
it after, I would be like, all right, he kidding around, messing with me, but to not say it, to say that first is
Right? Like not even like a, oh my god, when you get that degree, you're gonna be a big money girl. Like, not even a hype up. It's a, ooh, you're going to school, higher education? That's
Big-
crazy. Ick.
That's funny. It's a funny ick, but a valid ick, eh?
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty valid because there are some icks that tells you exactly what the person is, or how the person views you.
Mhm.
So when you start seeing that, that's when you have to, you have to cut it off because it's when you sort of sorry, lost my train of thought. But when you sort of see when you sort of see that, okay, this is how the person characterizes you, and then you're already put in a box. They already put you in a box in their mind. So at that point, that's when you have to be like, well, fuck you.
Oh god. So what else? Paid for our first date with gift cards.
Oh, babes, He just couldn't afford it, but he found a way. Big up you, guy. Big up
Oh,
The
you.
person
God.
solution oriented.
I wonder if he like pulled out a couple of gift cards. Like, I got 50 left on this one, 20 on this. Shit on that.
Dude.
Again,
Maybe he was expecting to get paid and he didn't get paid before the date, and so he had to pull some strings.
yeah.
Maybe you never know.
Oh,
Yeah, I
babe,
feel
big
like
up
I would be
Big
you.
up the gift cards.
more empathetic
Resourceful.
towards that. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, if you
But
want
for
to
first
learn,
date, I get it.
you have to be like honest with yourself. Do you want a baller? Do you want a regular guy? Do you want to go through the trouble of having a guy
Wanna
with
be
all
ballers,
the
shy
cards?
callers, ballers.
I want a baller.
So,
Big money man.
Mm.
You know what? Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't know if I should say that. I feel like I've been like coming at this person. This is me again, okay? I've been kind of coming at this person. God, please don't listen to this episode. Um, Started talking to this guy and realized every time we would FaceTime, he'd be shirtless and in bed in the dark, looking like he just woke from a nap. I fucking hated that. Like, it's 1 p.m. Get the fuck out of the dark. It's bright out. Are you a vampire? Ick, be a man and go outside.
I mean,
No,
do you
like,
think
I want to interject here.
portrayed like he was like not a productive person? Do you think that's what
It
bothered?
it it didn't. Okay, so I knew that he wasn't like he was productive, but like I just believe in routine. Now, as someone who works from home and who has been working from home for a while now, I have a routine. If I'm working super late, I stay in bed and I sleep as long as I can, as long as I don't have meetings. And then I get out. Like, doesn't matter what time I get out of bed, I will try to get out probably by like 8. I would go to my bathroom, shower, dress like I'm getting ready for the day. Like, I don't have to like put on an outfit, but like I put on clothes that like is work-ish enough. And I sit at my table and I'm working there for a portion of the time. Even if I don't have a lot of work to do and I'm watching a Netflix series, I wouldn't I wouldn't be like in my bed, or I wouldn't be in my TV room until like the evening. Like, I stay at this area for my work day. Like, that is that and granted, that's me, that's not everybody else. But this is literally every time we FaceTime, morning, afternoon, weekends, in bed, in like blacked out curtains, shirtless, laying on his stomach, talking. I'm just like, do you have feet?
I was gonna say, do you think that maybe he's one of those people that like saw your FaceTime and he's like, "Ooh, shirt off, we're gonna have sexy time," and then
Possible, but like, you have pillows under you. It's not like you're trying to show me some
Oh, true.
like
Okay.
man booty. Like, you're not trying to turn me on. You're literally just in bed already. And I'm like,
So the thing is with that, let me know how that play. Let me let you know how that was on Rohan's mind, because when she said it to me, when she said it that first time, I kid you not, word for word, the exact same thing that she said there, including the vampire talk, right?
and I don't
And so
remember
you know
shit that I
me,
say. So
yeah, that's exactly what she said. And I'm like, dude, when you call me, like when we FaceTime, more than likely I'm in bed. And she's like, yeah, bitch, but you go to work. I'm like,
you go to like you go to work, and like for the remote workers, I know it's hard to get a routine. It
Mm.
is, because it's like you have an option of laying on your back and like answering emails on your phone whenever, wherever. Like, you don't have to get up, because if you don't have meetings, there's no reason for you to really get out of bed. So I get it. There are days that I don't want to leave my bed. So I stay in bed, or I'll try and coax myself out and I'll maybe sit up and not lay down. But I have a routine. Might as well say. I was like, I
Ro
have a
was like
routine
every day,
every day.
anytime, morning, afternoon, night. It's the same thing. And I was like, I can't help it. I was
Like,
trying to help. I honestly was trying to help him, and it just, yeah.
it was
What's the
driving me up
response?
a fucking wall.
So, Jizzy, when you said you helped him, what you told him about it, or what? Like, how did it?
No, like I was trying to reason with her out of it because she was violent with it. She was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm
No,
like,
because what the fuck?
and I'm like, "Well, bitch, when you might be, yeah," but she's like, "You bitch, you're on vacation now. You're supposed to be in your bed, but you just go to work. Like when I call you, it's your weekend or some shit." And I'm like, "Yeah,
And like we're
uh,
probably like we've been out the night before, or like you've been to
yeah,
work the whole week dealing with kids. You want to stay in your bed on a Saturday. Anybody who calls me on a Saturday at whatever time I'm in bed, I have appointments.
definitely."
It's
Yeah, and
Saturday. We're
I
exhausted from the week.
tried. That's how
But
I found out it was any time of day. I was like, yeah, but in the morning time, she was like, bitch, in the afternoon, in the night, on a weekday, on a weekend. It's the same thing. And I was just like, I can't help him because there's no everything that I tried. She was like, nah. And I'm like, well, dude, I tried.
because at that point there were so many icks building up for me. I was like, even if I do like you, I can't see past a lot of this because what will be my life if I have to like live with you? Like, are we not supposed to kind of encourage each other to kind of, get up and get at it? Like maybe you're getting up and getting at it and then coming back to bed, but like it didn't feel like that. And I wasn't sticking around to find out if he had legs. That's just me.
Maybe he
Anyway,
does.
Never found out if he had legs.
I didn't know. I don't know.
No,
I
but
assume he did.
you do bring up a point where like I think what guys don't really get, like I didn't get that initially. Like I got smart to it like after like a few breakups, I kind of figured out certain things where women think, well, I don't want to generalize, but like when you're dating,
If females.
I don't want to say female, I don't want to say, but the ladies side of the relationship, they think more, okay, if I do make this step and if I do like make the step to make this a relationship, what are the things that I would have to deal with? What are the things? How would this help me? How would this encourage me? How, like if we
Yep.
dog or children or whatever, how am I going to do this with this person?
Mhm.
And so when these little things, it's always the little things. I've heard many times. They pay attention to these sort of things. It's like,
Is he quoting you?
no.
Okay.
Like I learned this like in my long dating career.
In your youth?
Yeah. Like it's like the 40. You ever seen 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Of course.
Carell. So Steve Carell never had sex, 40 years in his life. He has all these action figures and stuff in his room. Paul Rudd takes one look at the room, is like, we got to get rid of all of this. Because if the girl that comes in that he wants to take out on a date sees this, she's going to think, oh, man child, this, that, and that. How can I have a baby with this person? Can this person pay bills? And all that sort of thing. That's what goes on in a female's mind when they're dating, right? So like
you look at things like that and you assess the situation because
exactly, yeah.
I feel like there are specific questions you have to like get into to learn deeper about a person before you look at them, right?
Dipper.
You're not gonna differ until you live with someone and you really, really gel lives together. You start noticing shit, and you're like, I didn't notice that before, but it never would have come up from before.
Mhm.
So that's why you have to look at the tiny things because they're always tiny tells.
I agree.
Very
Yeah.
tiny. And that told me that I had a life of dark roomism and I wasn't about it. Nope.
I just want to say nothing is wrong with a dark room, okay?
I hate a dark room. I actually
Love
really
a
hate a
dark
dark
room.
room.
Same.
My curtains are see-through white
Share.
and they're very sheer. Like if there are people outside, they will see me undressing. But I like to wake with the sun. Even if I'm not getting out of bed necessarily, I want to wake with the sun.
Mhm.
Polar opposite, eh? Polar opposite. Don't wake me up, son.
Please don't.
Don't wake me up, son.
Well, again, is the other person willing to change? Like, I like dark. If I'm a person that likes dark rooms, am I willing to change that for a person who likes a big window?
Mhm.
I prefer.
No, I mean,
We kind
yeah,
of prefer a
it's
window now.
Yeah, we do.
I wake up earlier than her now. Like,
Yes,
it's
he does.
wild. It's ridiculous.
love that.
It is
Yeah.
wild.
I mean, I like a dark room, but that's for me. Like that's for me. If there are people around, then I'm not gonna do that. You know, like Wazam. You know Wazam from the last time? Yeah. Wazam is just walking to my house, clack, 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 putting on light. And I'm like, the light bill though.
The light bill.
Where is your contribution, big money man?
Big money man.
Okay.
Because clearly
Because
all these lights. they cost money.
Also my light's not accustomed to that. They'd be like, why are we on? Is there an emergency? Is she coming home late at night? What's happening?
Oh man.
But I get that. I get, not everybody likes those things. Compromise is key, especially when you're looking to married.
Yeah, I always assume I've just been single too long and I can't endure a lot of things because I've never had to. And it's just I am who I am at this point.
It's
So
already.
I don't see myself. It's like I already said, like I can probably compromise on a lot, but there are certain things that I can't compromise on. Like I have to have a big bathroom. I need the room to be bright.
Grown people think.
Yeah, like I can't live anyhow.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? Like I can't function like that.
She looked at me.
Yeah.
Looked at me. And this brings up my next ick,
Which is
so like if you're like really neat and you're telling the other person that you're like you should be neat, and then there are certain times where the other person's like messy.
Not comparing shit at your wife. That's crazy.
So it's like consistency.
Yeah.
example is when you leave clothes out. So like my biggest thing, it's not an ick because obviously I'm so married to you. I feel like it's just a thing. So like my biggest thing is like, so like the bed, for example. I am a neat freak. I know that. I do know I need to calm some things down. I'm working on it, okay? But anyways, so my biggest thing is like I don't know. I'm sure it happens to everybody, right? Like there's sometimes you'll be cool, but all of a sudden you look at your room and it may not be as messy, but like you just think it's like so cluttered. So there's times where I'll see like clothes on the bed and I'm like, why are these clothes here again? Like I just put them away. But then what he's referring to is that like right now at this moment, I have this like little
pile.
It's a stool, right?
Yeah, you have a stool.
Where like we've been so busy this week, so you know how it goes. You try on clothes, throw them. So like that's what he's calling me out on, is because like I've tried on clothes and they're so now on this stool I have this like pile of clothes. It's not that big of a pile, but that's what he's calling out. It's like you always talking about my clothes, but your clothes are right there. So, but yeah.
But again,
controlled space.
Yes.
But again, those things could, like, the differences could change a person over time. So like maybe the icks aren't a permanent thing. Sometimes if you get into the rhythm,
probably depends on what the ick is.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because for like Rohan, Tuesday is not gonna fly.
It's not gonna change, huh?
You know, my family's gonna make fun of you, and I can't be the butt of the joke. You can't embarrass us. We're a unit, and your shame is my shame, and we will not go to an upscale event, and we're talking about next Thursday, and you say yes, babes, Thursday we love to go. Don't embarrass me.
Yeah.
I can't take the embarrassment. I can't do it because you're not going to Thursday me to death. Promise you that. She will Thursday me to death.
Who knows? Maybe if long term, he may stop saying Tuesday and actually say
That sounded so funny.
He actually, like, you see, I can't even.
No, it's a terrible rendition of Thursday.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
All right. What else we got?
You might get to
The last one.
Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
Thursday. I can
No.
rock with Thursday, you know. But not Thursday. Because don't put a W where God didn't put it.
Yeah.
Please. Who do you think you are? Anyway, this person said, this is my girl come back again. Sis say he was digging his nose right before bed and I was livid. I was planning, hoping for a
Ew.
little, but that person not happens with that picking nose thing, eh?
Ew. That man traumatized that girl.
Yo, sis
That
can't
man really
function right
traumatized that girl.
now. Sis don't know how to react to life. She just
Oh my
that
God.
nose thing. That nose
Poor
thing.
girl.
Like,
Oh, she continued on the next story. Let me see what she said.
oh no.
She said he was digging in his nose right before bed, and I was livid. I was planning, hoping for a little, but I yelled for him to go wash his hands and face with soap and clean his nose while he at it. Okay. Or is that a response to that? I don't know. Anyway,
Remember the other question was how you got over it.
So were you able to get past the ick? How? No, it's very telling that literally only 3 of us answered that. Them guy, I'm saying nah.
Nah.
So I said nope. The other person said nope. That was a poor first impression. And sis went on and say I yelled for him to go wash his hands and face. So I don't know if she get over the ick or not.
Nah, she
a
know
hard
that.
one to
I
kill.
feel.
She clearly not, eh?
That's real bad.
Yeah, that's
Like,
So were
what
y'all
were
ever
you doing,
over your
sir?
ick? I
What?
know I wasn't able to. Were y'all able to get over your icks if you have like?
Nope.
No, I
Still
don't.
looking
I
for
couldn't.
present.
Like the situation that I was where like any of the situations, I feel like nah, I wasn't able to. Like there's this one particular guy that let me tell you, dating post divorce. So for those of you guys that don't know on the pod or who are listening, I used to be married, so I'm not talking about me and Darryl. After my first marriage, dating post divorce is so ridiculous, first of all. But there's a couple of icks that came about during that time period. One, I know we've been talking about like relationships and partners, but like I particularly wanted to call one out of like people who try to become matchmakers. And in this case, at least in our Indian community, it tends to be like the aunties. So like every time they used to come up to me like, "Oh, Bahar, I want you to meet somebody." The first line out of they would say about that person would be like, "And he's divorced too."
Oh,
You'd be like, "Oh, I know this man, and he's
Oh,
divorced too."
yeah.
It's not a, I know this man, he's, he has children, or he's a whatever, his profession, anything like that, and he's divorced too. And I feel like that is the biggest ick because, like, one, it makes me look at that auntie very differently. I'm like, dude, you clearly think that anybody that's divorced is, less than, right? And then it was just
yeah. Are you
so
a
ridiculous.
leper?
That's what I'm saying. Those kind of things. But then when I started dating men, I even tried like websites and stuff. Like it was I don't know what the hell I was doing. I shouldn't have been doing it, to be honest. I met a man, and this is a person that was like very like big money man. And every time I thought maybe that I was like, I'm new to the dating scene. Maybe I'm just the crazy one. But like we went on a couple of dates, and the first date was good. Second date, he came up in another car, like a fancy car, and all he just kept talking about is like how he had a different car for like every day of the week, and then how he has Rolexes for it. Was just like, so it's like these weren't questions I was asking, right? I was like trying to get to know him, and he'd be like, "Oh, you like my car? I always have like," he's like on average I have a different car for every day of the week because one of my friends owns a dealership, and he wants me to test them out, blah blah. I'm like, what the? And he just kept going. And the last one for me was,
What was his number?
huh? What's this?
What was his number?
Girl, it was bad. It was bad that all he could talk about were his cars and Rolexes, right? And my friend that like set me up with him, this he wasn't through like an app. She set me up with him. I was like, I was like, do you know me? Do you know me? Because I'm not sure where you thought this guy would be a good, because like what the F, And
Have
then
you met me?
yeah, and so when I came down to tell him that, like, I don't think like we're a match, like it's great we'll be friends, he got upset and he's like, it's cool. It didn't seem like you had much money anyway.
What the hell?
You wasn't a big money girl. That's
Yeah.
You
crazy.
tell me, of all the years that have you known me, when have I been flashy? Like, I put that man, I gave him real words. I was like, let me tell
Good
you
for you.
right now. Like,
So
First of all, sir, I wear different underwear every day.
I hope so.
Bloop.
Oh, nah, it was
Oh,
bad.
God.
What the hell?
Oh, that is very ick
That was
for
Yeah.
sure.
But you know, for some guys, their ick is like girls not liking them. Oh, she don't like me? Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a real big thing, and they just talk about it too. Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they get
Anybody
really
else?
into their feelings about it.
Have you been in an ick situation?
An ick situation where I'm the ick.
I
Where
mean,
I have
that
an
it could be that too, or
My
where
whole
where like
Or like how you got past it.
like an ick showed up for you, like we're in a scenario where ick like showed up in that person, you're like, and were you able to get past it? Obviously, I wasn't able to get past that. If anyone didn't realize.
Well,
No,
yeah.
definitely not.
No, you just sort of well, I mean, it kind of tells you what you want out of a relationship, what you want in a person. It's like, okay, well, this doesn't work for me. I don't like how she acts this way, so I maybe.
So what was the example of that?
What was an example of that? Talking through movies.
Talking through movies.
Talking through movies.
Oh,
That's
That's
Look at
funny.
CJ's face just like, man, you just spoke to me.
Like
who's this person? Where is he from? I don't know. I'm
Don't
not
talk about my cousin like that, boy.
that would be
Oh,
okay. That would be okay. 'Cause
Do that. No, she doesn't do that.
But she would like start
Oh, she's
talking
trying to have a
about.
whole conversation.
Yeah,
in the
she's just
movie.
trying to have a whole conversation.
Oh,
and,
no.
I'm
What?
trying to, and it. I guess it was. Well, it was a Transformers movie, and you know, for penance, we went to a Twilight movie. So, but I was quiet throughout that Twilight movie. I was quiet.
Which
And
one though?
I actually enjoyed it. It was the one where everybody's heads got.
That one was lit.
That
one
third, that
was lit.
fifth one. You were probably there. I think
There's
you were
5
one of those
Twilights?
screaming girls. Yeah. Yeah,
She
it was
said,
the
I think
last
you're
one.
one of the
Was not.
screaming girls, Rohan.
Definitely.
last
I
one, when
screamed
people
when
started dying.
yeah, no, when they took off Edward, not Edward, what's the Cullen father name again?
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know.
But
Who
yeah, when Daddy Cullen's head got whooped off, I went
Yeah, I think I heard you. I think I heard you. All the girls.
I wasn't here. You didn't hear me. I wasn't in this country. I was in Toronto still.
Right, okay. So
Then it wasn't you.
Then it wasn't you, but it was like all the girls were screaming. That was a good.
That
time.
was a crazy scene. That was a good movie.
Yeah,
I could watch that actually.
but yeah, when she was talking through the other movies we're at, I'm just like, no, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Wow.
Oh god.
There's other ones. I can't think of.
Do you have one?
2,
mean,
3, 4, 5.
it's like the basic. If I take you on a date and you just like, all right, let me use the bathroom, never come back.
Oh,
Not
Block.
left on scene.
Yeah.
That
oh,
Ethan
man.
thing really get y'all tied up.
Because he liked to eat, so he need to eat in his peace.
It drives me insane. Like it echoes. I feel like it echoes.
Oh,
Probably
babes.
does. Probably does.
Gosh.
Yes.
Another ick I think would be like baggage. When you start bringing the baggage into the relationship.
Mm.
Like
This
clearly,
one said, come clean. Come
you're bringing
clean.
your issues
Don't bring
in.
no bag. I want to see no sock on your shoulder.
People gonna bring bags.
People can
Let
bring
the people
bags.
bring
You
the
brought bags.
bags.
Yeah, but I
Oh.
kept it to myself. It's like it was like deep in my soul,
Dip.
tormenting me. I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
you
Make it. All right, we're cutting this part. Cutting this part. But anyways, yeah.
Oh god.
Nah, I think
No, kid. I had two
Alright.
icks, right? Before you go on, I had two of them,
Yeah.
right? And me, real life situations, right? I told you all about this one before. I'll try to clean it up as much as possible, but you're gonna know if you're watching, you will know. I'm sorry. Okay? Sorry, you should not do it. Went out, you know. I got drinks because I'm that girl, you know. I'll get drinks. I can get drinks. What do you want? I don't know. Wine. Oh, okay, what kind of wine? I don't know. Yeah, what kind of wine you want? Sweet? Immediate message in the girls group. Immediately. And I saw
Oh God.
Rohan cousin and them reaching, and all of a sudden, I'm outside.
That man
I
get
s-
left at that of him.
Like when you didn't listen to a
listen.
line.
The man want the
It
sweet wine.
was.
What's the problem? Did you get some Carlo Rossi for him? Sweet.
I went to the bar and I let everybody go before me. Like even people who were there after me, they're like, "No, she was here for some." I'm like, "No, baby, go ahead. It's fine. What would you like? Can I have a soda water? Because my stomach is now upset. And a sweet wine." And the bartender was like, "I say, babes,
Same look you gave the
that's the information that I got.
yeah.
A sweet wine, please, thanks." That has stayed with me, and it's a ick because this was like another chance. This was another chance. This was another chance, and that just
Dried it up.
actually no. Ooh.
There were
So
several
where
things
we
that happened that
were
night.
that night was Ixville. Ixville, right? My artist name would be Ick from Ixville, right? It was really bad. It was, but that in particular stayed with me to this day. I don't even drink wine like that no more. Because if I see sweet red, I'm like,
This was kind
Oh
of one.
Lord.
Mhm.
and then me and this guy were talking a few years back, and for some reason, he just always had a lot of questions. And the 21 questions thing was not working for me. So, like, we talking, actively talking to get to know each other. I have no problem with you asking me questions, right? But is the velocity and the amount, the quantity, and the everything. So, I do know. Not just there making something to eat. Okay, cool. What you making? I'm just doing up some eggs. So, what you cutting now?
Oh, those kind of questions.
Yeah, and like I said, oh shit, what happened? I nearly cut myself with my knife. She was like, "But I thought you say a knife dull, a life not dull." It just, I'm like,
This conversation is though.
Yeah.
so many questions. It turned me off because he was a nice guy, but it was just too many questions. It was too many. Like, it was too much. That was like for me. I'm not a big question asker. We could talk and there could be questions in there, but when the conversation is questions only, I'm like, whoo, and I'm not asking you back. I'm not asking you back, so you're still here searching in our bag of questions. Oh, okay, she didn't ask me back. How was the weather today? Did it rain by you? But did it rain heavy or did it rain slight? I think it rained slight, and you're lying to me. What kind of slight rain was it? Was it the one that smells with the ground, or it just came upon?
I'd scream. Just,
No, it was a lot. It was a lot of questions, and I just couldn't. I could not.
no.
And then my main ick in life generally is if I turn around and you're not a Rasta man. Just
I mean, that was a given.
Them yeah, them fucking wicked man.
yeah,
She's all-
nice girl. Okay, hi, so oh,
Oh Lord.
sorry. So you don't have locks. I'm sorry.
Wild.
Alright.
Wild.
That's right.
All right. So we asked people what their most irrational ick was. Not many people answered, but like I'm sure we all have. Someone said sniffing too many times without blowing your nose.
Oh man.
Oh God. All right. Not being able to dress and wearing flip-flops with ugly toes. I said that. Oh my God. I hate flip-flops on men, especially if your toes are ugly and crusty.
I mean, if they go into the beach,
I know, right?
damn,
Mm.
want them more.
Be a man and wear a slide, please.
Wait.
I'm playing.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I don't
No,
like,
you
I don't
ain't.
like,
That's okay, girl. Own it.
I don't like flip-flops. But yeah, not being able to dress is a massive ick for me. If you
I
can't piece together an
I
outfit,
agree, especially because Ro, I feel like you are a really great dresser. So it's like,
let's
if
go.
a man can't match your energy, I'm sorry, that man, I'm not gonna disappear.
We have long
Do you
conversations about
imagine?
what we're gonna wear, like when we're going. Okay, so is it a
Yeah,
casual thing? Is it the thing?
yeah.
Yes,
Like match my energy, bro.
Yeah.
Match it.
exactly. Imagine me dressing up in like some cute ass, like high-waisted pants, a crop top, and a cute bag. And then my hair and makeup is done, and you're wearing a t-shirt with like some jeans and a
Socks
slipper,
and sandals.
Socks and pants.
Socks and
socks and
slippers.
sandals.
Yeah.
Nah,
Who
boy.
am I? Am I a joke to you?
All right, that's a good one.
What's wrong with you? Someone said, breathing too hard when I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Not real irrational, bro. You really can't control that during.
They said irrational, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
That's
Just
at least
said,
you did that.
shut up.
You
stop
said
breathing.
Close your nose. Stop that breath.
Well, let's just hope
Oh,
her husband to be or whatever doesn't have sleep apnea
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Which
Nah,
really,
she would kill him. She would
That
Most
is
kill
a-
people
him.
have that.
that is a
that's the
divorce
choke you
right
out.
Yeah,
That's the choke you
that's a
out.
good one. Was that all the answers?
I those are all the answers we had. But so I've been watching. I'm finished now. I've been watching Love Island Games, right? Great show. I've never watched Love Island before. I really jumped on the Love Island thing first. So watching it, and in one of the clips, one of the girls was like, one of my biggest icks are men who wear socks with their shoes. Like, be a man and raw dog that shit. I was like,
What?
You know what?
Some smelly
Okay.
feet?
she said, be a man. She's like, why are you trying to protect your feet? Like, protect it from what? Like, just put it in your shoe.
Smelly? Damn.
Right.
That had
Okay.
me so weak.
Damn.
I think it's an ick if you do that.
Fact.
It's definitely
Right?
an ick if you don't wear socks. That is so nasty.
Oh, yeah. That is
But
nice, actually.
Back to yes, it is. I know. That's
Yeah.
why I always strap up.
oh,
Socks.
no raw dog.
You did that on purpose.
Yes, of course I
You're
did.
so inappropriate. Anyways,
Good job, Ducky.
I got two stupid
uh,
ones but I'll go last.
okay. Who wants to go? I
I have a stupid one. Yeah, I have a stupid one, and I couldn't. I wanted to respond, but I don't think it would have done it just. The text wouldn't have done it justice. Somebody who is just slow, right? Just like slow. And doesn't mean that you have to be walking with like slow motion, slow, right? Slow motion, slow does not work with intention.
the lack of urgency.
Not even urgency, not even
There's no
intention.
Action.
There's
There's
no
intention.
nothing
Intention,
behind
Boise.
it. Like I actually saw somebody, you know, like when you want to tap somebody on the shoulder to tell them something. I saw this person. I saw from inception of the thought of coming to touch my shoulder. I saw the hand go through all the motions. I saw the bicep contract and the tricep relax, and I saw extension of arm. I could watch the whole. I felt like Flash in that moment. You know, like when they slow down the scene because they're moving so fast.
Oh shit.
Like,
Oh my god.
and I was like, yeah. Before I even touch, I was like, yeah. Well, wait. What are you coming to say to me? Because that slow, and I mean, look at that situation. It didn't require speed. So how slow are you moving? How slow are you moving? How?
Dude.
ickiest of icks. I tell you, I could not. I could not. And I'm saying, I'm not saying that you have to move fast all the time because, but slow motion, slow, for me to feel like Flash, that's crazy.
No.
You should have done one of these.
I wouldn't have needed to. I wouldn't need to because that would have mean he was moving fast and I was slowing down so that I could dodge. No. He was just slow. Did the hand? I tell you, I saw everything happen. I could teach it in my science class. Like I saw everything. Like, let me touch this.
But how do you feel that? I feel like if you touch someone on the shoulder, it's because you're behind them.
He's like he was in my periphery, so I could see him in my peripheral, and so I saw the hand come up, and I was like, he gonna touch me. The situation was one in which somebody would have been like, gee, yeah. And so I saw it, and I was like, please do not tell me that this is what he's doing. Is he? Yeah, he's coming to. He's coming to. How can I help? No.
You could have walked away.
And I moved on. That is an irrational ick, but I could not get over
I don't know
that.
if it's that irrational.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over it. I could not. Huh?
Yeah, I think that would.
Yeah.
That makes
Like,
sense.
get on with it already, please.
Yeah.
Please,
like,
it's no, like do the touch, like tell me what you're gonna tell me. I can see you. I can see you. Why are you moving so slow?
That's crazy.
I very much think I saw him think of the idea. Sorry, that did really it irked my soul so much. I had to move. I had to move. And that's my most irrational one. Others they have better rationale for it. But that's my most irrational one.
Mm,
And then not being a rasta man. Because that's not fair to you. Like,
You wasn't born.
it's not yeah, that's
Please
it.
get a fucking grip.
right?
Like she's so sick of it.
Mine's
God.
specific. I don't even know what to bucket it under. And it's very irrational because I know it's not something one can control possibly. But have you ever been like when you're facing someone, they're talking, there's some people that I think the way their mouths are cut essentially, where the spit collects on the side.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Hate it.
I just literally want to be like, here, take a napkin and clean. Because I don't know if it's you don't realize that's happening at the moment, but to not be it's irrational because I don't know if that's a thing that can be controlled.
No, but it's a thing for a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's a thing for a lot of people.
It's music for me. I can't and imagine me even trying to kiss somebody like that. Hell to the no. That's
But I'm wondering, is it like a medical thing? Is it that their mouth waters or it gets too dry or
I think it's dehydration, but there are people who it happens to all the time, and so when they speak, they constantly do this.
Yeah.
Because self-awareness.
It doesn't happen to me, but because I've seen it happen to people, I'm naturally just always just make sure there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
people that are unaware.
Yeah.
Of the lack of self-awareness.
That happens to them. Yeah.
Accumulating on both sides of your mouth. Please clean it.
I feel like you'd feel it, right? Do you not feel that?
I'm not sure.
It's a little something.
It may not.
Coming on my side. I can feel my mustache growing on.
It's not coming it's staying
It's not. It's just there, but it's not like it's heavy.
Yeah. It's just a little foam.
Very stupid.
Yeah. But it's an ick for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Public speaking.
God.
I don't ever hear what they're saying when that happens.
Oh.
No, I can't see past right here.
Yeah.
That's signaling to them to give them my
please.
That's the funny part, when you're trying to signal get a little
yeah.
I mean, they ask you, you need a napkin, bro? They're
they ask you.
You need a napkin,
No,
bro.
you need a napkin, sir.
But, oh, wait.
Ah,
No, I was gonna ask you if you had your irrational icks.
Oh, my irrational? Stupid. You ever seen She's All That, where all the girl had to do was untie her ponytail and take her glasses off?
That's an ick for you in movies.
No,
He's getting to it.
I usually like this is when I was younger. Okay, I was younger. This time I prefer like girls with their hair down, and then when they put it in a ponytail, I'll be like, where did the girl go? Like it.
That's why he said this is when he was younger. Y'all know my hair in buns all the time, man.
that's
I
crazy.
got over it though. I got over it. But yeah,
She know that really fucked you up, man.
She's all that really fucked you up.
Like,
no, it pointed it out. It was like, oh my god.
a girl is ugly with glasses and a ponytail, apparently.
B. Sorry.
No, but
This
all
girl
those
in the
movies,
room.
all
Glad you grew through that phase,
Yeah,
sir.
man, yeah. But when I saw it, I was like, wait, no, it wasn't that movie. It was the movie that made fun of it with Chris Evans. You ever seen Not Another Teen Movie?
that one. That
He
one's
sort
so
of
funny. Yeah,
pointed
no,
it out.
that's the movie.
And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, because Rachel Cook from that movie, all she did was like take off her glasses, and then everybody's like, oh shit.
But
And
that
she
was
put on a decent
inspiring.
outfit.
That's like
Yeah,
everything.
it's an ongoing sort of thing. It's
Doing
the
women wrong
patriarchy.
everywhere.
It's the patriarchy, man.
Didn't you say
I am Kenneth. I am Kenneth.
Oh god.
But anyway,
please.
well, this it wasn't a second ick, but have you seen the meme going around Instagram where there's like a long list of icks that men do? No, there were things that men can't do, like men can't wear slippers, or men can't do this, or else they'll.
Don't take
Don't take it to Red
Okay,
Lobster.
Yeah.
Red
There's
Lobster.
this list going around, and every time they take like a TikTok video of a girl listing things that men should not do, and then he stops it and then he adds it to the list. So it's like
He adds it to the list. It's
he
so
adds it to the
funny.
list. So I haven't seen where it is now. It's probably in the hundreds or thousands at this point. Like,
It's in the hundreds. I have a couple of them saved.
yeah,
She's a couple
It's
of
actually very funny. Like it's so funny.
yeah.
Oh,
We can't do shit.
man.
We
At
can't.
all.
Everything.
I wouldn't say so.
Please, what's your irrational?
Calling me for just any reason. I hate
I
See
get
why I can't call man?
I hate
I
phone
go
calls.
and I go and
I-
call your fiance
I-
for you.
It's very irrational.
See,
Just
that's why I can't call man. I
when you
can't
say
call
any,
man.
yeah, it is very rational.
it is irrational. Just text me now. Because it's like,
Ah,
Oh,
that's
so
the
this is a
cause.
general ick.
yeah, it's like please just don't call, please. Because now I
Yeah,
have
avoid it.
to be present in this conversation. I
Yeah.
don't know what you want. You know.
That's more common though. That's a common ick, CJ. Like
But it's so
people like
it's
think
so
that.
irrational. Like I get it spoils my I would be having a good day. My phone ring.
Oh
Yeah. Again,
The CJ,
don't know why it
Oh,
upsets me so
man.
much. I don't know.
Wow.
I love talking.
Okay.
I feel you so hard on that.
I don't mind talking on the phone.
Huh?
I call
hate it.
right in the middle of the day. Nah, bro. That just
Wow.
For small talk, I'm like, what do you want?
right.
Is there a reason?
Or
Why are you
somebody
calling?
small talk when you want a favor or something.
Oh.
I hate that.
That's so. And
Hey,
then
bro,
that's-
what's up?
Yeah.
Not much. What's up?
Long
I
time,
just-
long time.
I just did chilling, you know. How mom's, just tell me what I want, please.
Just tell me what you want. For
Let's get on with the
sure.
day. You don't care. Come on, bro.
Right?
Yeah,
That
that's
actually is a
Fair,
massive
fair,
ick
fair,
to me.
fair.
Like, just come and tell me, like, hey, Ro, hope you're doing well. This is what I want.
get to the point. Yeah.
That's it. Get to the point. Because I'm not giving, because we will have this conversation for 3 days. And I will answer you once every 6 hours. Like, don't play with me. Can't do it.
Because whenever that happens, I feel like I'm in the 90s again. Like We have new technology. I can't be standing around like on the phone. You know, like I listen to music on my phone all the time, or like a podcast or something like that. And then when you call at that
You
particular,
fuck it up.
it's like, you better have something important to tell me.
It better be important.
It
Please.
better
It's
be,
very
like,
true.
it's like I literally I would answer who died. I would expect
Boy,
someone
the
to.
way you can't say that these days, please.
It's true.
Well, yeah,
But also, yeah.
Um, oh boy.
It's not irrational. It's not irrational now that you say it's a general calling thing.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. It's not irrational. I don't think it's rational.
But I think the irrational part is how easily it spoils my mood.
That could
Yeah.
That's because you're
take
red.
over.
That's because you're red.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So that's probably an irrational ick for you.
Being red?
People are red.
You know, it's not true. Look at Rohan. I read like she red.
Not really red.
not yeah.
Who?
She's not really.
Rohan's not like
Biggest red
red
woman
tendencies.
energy around.
You have red tendencies, but
I have red
really-
tendencies.
oh yeah.
I do have a little bit of red man energy sometimes.
but that's because she does line with a lot of red people. So
That really rubbed off on you hard.
yeah, boy.
Yeah, it
All
did.
of it.
Yeah, boy. I'm not responsible.
It hurts.
At least you don't take pictures like this.
Hey, don't let me find some of yours, miss.
I was mocking fucking you.
Every day she posting something before work with her eyes squinting and shit.
Yeah.
We talk. Ick.
Haters
Let's start real.
So you went ick.
going to hate. So only red people could squint then. What if my eyes going bad in my 37 years of life?
All right, mine too. Two of us.
Haters.
Oh god.
I have some X. Is that the end of our Instagram stuff?
That's the end of our Instagram set. So you can go through and hit us with some
Icks.
BuzzFeed X.
You know, I love the BuzzFeed. It's the healing of the nation. So
It used to be.
it started back again. I think they're getting back into their groove.
Mm.
I think so. Because I mean, I haven't been on there for a while, but then like about 3 weeks straight,
I
I'm
really haven't.
hey,
been on there.
BuzzFeed been doing their thing again. All right, so Dams was supposed to be here. I don't think he will be here. However, one of Dam's icks is that the fact that we're using the word ick. He hates it.
Understand that. I can understand that.
Yeah, it's a stupid
I
word.
can understand it too. It's stupid.
Stupid word.
But sometimes
That's
because I hate her.
no, well, we know that, babes. We know that. We know that. So I asked BuzzFeed community to tell me their stories about the time their crush went from hot stuff to totally undateable, and their answers did not disappoint. I haven't read any of these, so my reaction will be organic. Number one, I went out with this guy who was so handsome, politically intelligent, and aware, and we had a great conversation. We started messing around, and I took him up to my room. He was incredible at everything. He picked me up, turned me around, bent me over, and then he meowed. I was just so shocked. I didn't even know what to do.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
a no for me. That's a walk out the door for me for sure.
I would have bust out laughing. Immediately bust out laughing and just say, nah, brother, nah. What was that? Did you just meow?
Picked her up, turned her around, bent her over, and then meowed.
Because he's
Yeah.
so pussy.
That's a crazy sequence.
Very crazy sequence.
You should call the police.
The man saw a
Probably.
cat, so he gave it sound. He animated it.
Wow. That's a
No.
interesting one.
You should call the police.
I agree with that ick.
That's an yeah.
I was
100%.
messaging the group chat one time while he even stand up there. All it. This man just
Oh,
went,
that man meow.
No.
But it makes for a good story, so there's that.
It does make for a good story. Not for him though.
Oh, man.
The second one is they cropped my best friend from a group picture because my friend didn't match their Instagram aesthetic.
Oof.
Yeah.
I know people that have done that.
Yeah.
And I think that's very mean.
Very, because Instagram is not that serious.
Yeah. But also, I've known people that have done that have been like, it's like, there's like it happens, right? Like there's your crew picture, and then there's always that one person, you're like trying to do your crew picture, and then that one person's like, wait for me. And like, let's be honest, they're not part of the crew.
Yeah.
And so so I've seen that where people have cropped that person out for like the crew picture on Instagram, which is, I think, not nice.
Understandable, yeah.
That sounds fair.
Understandable.
This other one, it starts off funny, and I think everybody's going to be like, what? A fully grown adult man refused to eat vegetables except shrimp. When I pointed out, just reading what I see in it, Bibs. When I pointed out that shrimp isn't a vegetable, he said he don't care about what they were. He considered them to be vegetables. He would pick through meals and separate out any vegetables he could find in his food. And if he didn't have a side plate, he'd put them on the bed table. The final straw was when he spent 20 minutes picking finely chopped onions out of a piece of meatloaf. At that point, just don't eat it.
Yeah. I agree with that. I also don't
That's
like
crazy.
Shrimp.
The vegetable. You learn
That's
something new.
crazy. Every day.
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
She get real fat to the meatloaf because the shrimp wasn't passing me. This one says we were out on a date and he spit his gum into a cloth napkin. Okay.
That's what my wickedness, man. My bad, man. Somebody.
Oh
had
my
to-
God. This one is very short, but I also feel like maybe I wrote it. On our third date, he pronounced Valentine's as Valentine's. Attraction immediately gone. Immediately no.
Mm.
Yeah. I knew.
Mhm.
I had a girl who used to say it like that, and I was just like,
Wait, say it again.
Valentine's.
you say Valentine's.
Okay.
Tiger said it in that
Valentine's is coming.
in Deuces. And I could never get over the line.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Tiger says it in something like the line that this will be true love or something. I thought it would be Valentine's. And with a IMS.
That sounds like it's a bar though, because like he thought it would be Valentine's, like many of them. So times.
No.
Don't give him out.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't give him
No.
an
No.
out.
No.
I'll go tell
Oh, this one looks long. In college, I brought a guy, the guy I was dating, home to stay with my family during Christmas. One night while we were having drinks and playing a board game, he and my dad made the same joke and laughed the same way. That was it. I didn't want to kiss him after that. I took him to the airport at the end of the trip and I broke up with him about 4 days later when I was back at school.
Yep.
I've noticed that has been a thing. Like if the guy gets along with the girl's father too well, that might be like a no. So I don't know. I don't really know.
It's not the get along. It's a similarity.
Similarity. Okay. All right. Well,
because if you get along, like I might like you more, but if y'all are out here making the same jokes and PPG in the same way, no.
You're dating your dad.
Crazy.
He was mad that the new Little Mermaid has a black lead. That's it. That's the quote.
Racist ick. Why do you care so much? As a man, why do you care so much?
Yeah, it's a Little Mermaid, bro.
Yeah, it's not. You're not gonna watch it, so don't even.
Like, it's a fish person. What are you upset about?
Right?
Why are you so mad? What are you so mad about, bro?
Crazy.
I was a high school freshman and he was a sophomore. I thought he was so cool, calm, and collected, a brooding type, but also on a water polo team as a typical attractive jock. But one time during PE class, I saw him play dodgeball. He kept trying to dodge all the balls matrix style, dramatically bending backward while still trying to keep a cool, brooding face. The secondhand embarrassment was strong. I remember telling my nearby friends, I think I changed my mind about him.
She missed out, man.
Can you imagine? Guys, look, look, look. And keep getting hit in your face with the ball because you're trying to do too much.
That'll be funny.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't bring that
Would
person
it be?
on your family.
You can't. He used to play off memes he saw online as his own jokes and thoughts.
Mm.
He used to play them off as his. I know people that do that. Stop doing it. I saw it. I saw it on Justin LaBoy.
He's
Saw it
right.
on Justin LaBoy.
And he got it from somebody else.
Yeah. But don't type it in Facebook with your little avatar in the corner like these. Like, what are you thinking? This is what I'm no. Repost it like everybody else. Sorry.
Crazy.
Sorry.
Why not?
He said he didn't believe in evolution because DNA doesn't work that way.
That's new.
He also believed that an animal called a bunkie exists, which is the cross between a bunny and a monkey. He's also showed me pictures that only exist in very sketchy sites. He was smoking hot, but he seemed so unattractive after I found out that was going on in his head.
So
He probably was a pothead.
he doesn't believe in evolution,
No,
but believes a bunkie
a bunkie.
Monkey exists. So how did
Like the
monkey
bun-
get?
So
Not evolution.
I'm gonna.
Oh my
I don't
God.
want to ask any more questions because I have. It's just gonna snowball
Yeah.
into like a whole thing. So let's move
Yeah.
on.
I was 25 and had a major crush on a guy who was 15 to 20 years my senior and worked in a different department in my works building. He finally asked me out and we went on a date, which was okay until we swung by his apartment. He had an enlarged, almost poster-sized photo on his wall of him standing with some buddies. They were all totally naked except for socks on their, you know what. Crush totally vanished after that. Because just what the fuck?
lifestyle.
I would have asked the question. I'd have
A
been like,
huge,
so.
a huge ass poster of you and your buddies. Next, he told me trans people are not real. I blocked his number and never saw him again.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I
Very
remember
crazy.
ick I had.
But
I told some guy I wasn't feeling well, and he was like, "So Mr. Monthly came."
Mister. Oh, I wish a man. Well, I mean,
like all the
inconvenience.
time.
Man, same thing.
so what? He assumed the pronouns, and that's the bad part, or no? Being stupid.
I just tell you, I'm not
It's just-
feeling well. Like the whole thing. To me, it wasn't even about the gender of monthly. I went, Mr. Month, why? Why would you say it like that? Like, why? There's so many other ways to say it. Red River, hen in the hen house,
So
cock in the
many.
hen
That's
Hen
all
in the
house.
bad.
hen, she said hen in the hen house.
That's all bad. That's all bad.
Sorry.
I would
No,
have just been
see.
like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah. Just
You know,
make-
that time,
You know,
okay.
Oh no,
You
what's
know.
wrong?
Yeah,
like
you
a
know,
normal
because
response.
all I said was, you know, I wasn't feeling so good. Oh, Mr. Monthly's hair.
Nah, boy.
Yeah,
That's
no.
completely
Yeah.
unsexy.
Unsexy. Let me see what else. I thought things were going well, but after our date, he sent me a message saying he needs a cash advance to pay his employees and would pay me back.
What?
After a date, he asked her for money to pay his employees.
No.
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 That not $50. That's
Right? That's a couple.
Yeah, that is a
thousand.
few $1,000s. Yeah. I was on a date with a guy I had liked for years. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We had such a good night, and then when he was walking me home, he did a snot rocket, coughed up some phlegm, spat it on the ground. We had literally just left a pub where he could have used the toilet to do that, but no.
Mm.
Rohan, are you falling asleep?
She is.
I'm tired, but I'm just like,
Yeah, that's a no. That's a yeah.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that in front of
Oof.
best foot forward.
He cried a lot because I am an atheist and he liked me and didn't want me to go to hell.
Okay. He's such a
I'm all
thoughtful guy.
I'm all for a man expressing his emotions, but nope.
Oh my God.
No, but it's good for him. It's good for him because if he, I think he should. If he was religious, he should be with somebody who is the same.
But he's crying
religion.
for her. That's...
She gonna go to hell.
Yeah, because that's
he doesn't want her to go to hell.
yeah.
That's
She's
very
gonna burn
sweet,
in
I
hell,
guess.
dog.
She's
She's coming.
Ducky's face is like, yeah, she's gonna burn in hell. That's why he's crying.
There's no
He's sad
saving
about that
her.
shit.
Oh my
You can't
goodness.
save her.
Don't save her. She don't want to be
No,
saved literally.
Take hold.
Well, let me see. I was so happy when I discovered my crush felt the same way I did. Don't do that. I've been telling y'all. And he took me out on a date, offering to pay for dinner. As we were leaving, I saw that he forgot to tip the waiter. Great service, by the way. So I took money from my wallet and he casually said he purposefully doesn't ever leave tip because that's their job. I was turned off immediately and said, boy, bye.
Yeah, he failed big time.
Big, like he almost had a win. Almost.
I mean, if
had.
you're in America, it's tipping culture here because
Yeah.
they pay them shit.
Yeah.
If you go to Europe, there's no tipping culture there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like there's not even a space to like leave, like if you pay by card, like tip amount. I think London had some places did, but other than that,
Right.
but it's also because they get livable wages paid to them versus America doesn't. So
So it's probably
Yeah.
good to cut out now because he's probably European and therefore a green card. So
you took it down all the way.
Rational take.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ducky's doing all that deep diving into getting to understand, and prevent people from making mistakes in the future. I was dating this guy for about a year and a half. It was 2021, and he refused to get a COVID test with me to celebrate my birthday. My father is a transplant recipient and therefore immunocompromised.
Yeah, get out.
And then he also told me he felt like he had to compete with my dog for my attention. And imagine you warring with a dog.
If you're jealous of my dog, out.
He's staying with a dog. That's crazy.
That's
It's just things you only see in the movies. It's your dog or me.
yeah.
This one is funny too.
Wow.
One time she was at my house cooking a meal when she started farting, and she thought it was cute. We had been dating less than a month.
nope, too early.
Way too early.
Way too early.
Severely
That's a
too
fart.
early.
If it happens, it happens. But farting,
But
Yeah.
she thought it was cute.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's cute.
farting is not cute at
So it's
all.
not.
Yeah, because she was probably doing it and laughing her ass off, literally. LOL. Yeah, no.
It's like a
I think that's about it for these.
oh, that's it.
I brought a guy I was literally interested in on a date to an Italian restaurant that was named Best Italian Restaurant in the country by the Food Magazine 3 separate times in its history. He ordered the spaghetti and meatball off the children's menu. I never saw him again. He probably didn't have the money.
Or the spaghetti was slapping. Who knows?
I know.
Hey, kids menu just be slapping.
I mean,
sometimes.
kids menu does be slapping
It just be
sometimes.
slapping sometimes, and you got to be frugal.
Sometimes I don't want the fancy
in
shit.
bite autonomy.
Oh God. Oh,
This one
Jesus.
says that she had a huge crush on a guy, and then he was sitting on next to her one night, and his ear was filled with earwax.
Phil?
filled. The word is filled in italics.
No, you gotta clean it.
No.
You gotta clean it. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Well,
Stick a thingy
And
in there.
the last one says, and finally, one guy sent me a video of his penis as he was getting out of the shower. I was shocked. For one, I'm not one who enjoys male and anatomy pics. They do nothing for me. Same, but also friends, send me your penis. Like, I just want to know what's going on. Don't say no, Cleavon. Secondly, I was afraid for my life. He was slanging, not slinging, slanging.
dang.
I mean, slanging. Immediately, I was like, if anything ever popped off, what the fuck can I do with that? He would literally break me in half if we ever got together. It would be till death do us part. No, because no one is coming after him. It would literally be till death do us part because no one is coming after
Oh
him.
my God.
We're still cool though, but yeah, that was a no go.
Dang.
That's tough.
Mandingo, you see, bigger
That's
is not always better.
Oh,
Yes,
damn.
there is a
No,
limit.
it's true.
I guess, but what
There
could you
is
be
a limit.
what could you be slanging like that?
Yeah. It
Dang.
worked against him. Like
Yeah, which is you don't
Maybe she was
usually
petite.
maybe.
again,
She could have been like really petite.
well, yeah, maybe. Or well, you just gotta be with someone who works for you, even in that regard. If you can't handle it, then I mean, because I'm
What?
trying to
You're
get my arm in it.
disappearing.
Yeah. But yeah, basically,
But I mean, I didn't see a name or a number, so it's like
Yeah.
Fair.
Damn, this is a good
that's what the internet has to say about the
Send me the list.
Send
Send me
me-
the list. Let me see.
That was a good one.
those are
Oh God.
Shall
that
we
was
wrap
it. That
up?
was all.
Is it time?
Is it time? Do we have anything else? Do we have
Time to wrap it up.
anything else? Wrapping.
Yeah,
Wrap
I
up.
think that's all the icks that we could have come up with.
Mhm.
This is good.
It was like, dude, regardless of the situation, what don't work for you, don't work for you.
Exactly.
good
What
take.
don't work for
Yeah,
you,
like
don't work for you.
you can either get past an ick or you can't.
Hmm.
And if you can't,
Mhm.
it's okay.
If there's anybody listening or watching that's interested in Rohan, first lesson of the day, do not say Tuesday. And do not threaten to put a baby in her.
Yeah.
I actually see it as a threat because you're trying to ruin my hot girl summers for the rest of my life.
Don't be dirty, my friend.
Don't leave that in
Yo.
me. God
Oh,
damn.
Like, he didn't even ask you. He didn't even be like, "Hey, bro. So I've been thinking."
He didn't even ask me out on a date. Like we weren't
Oh,
on
yeah,
our
he
first
hasn't done
date
that
yet.
Holy
Don't
shit.
forget, we hadn't even like officially like,
Was I
and
would
you had plans for
put a
my
baby.
wombs.
First of all, he
You-
questioned your fashion choice because why are you planning your outfit like you could be pregnant?
And it's sad. That probably pissed me off the most. That pissed me off the most because I'm wearing a wire bra
Mhm.
and I'm wearing high-waisted shorts and cowboy boots. I need you to not think that you can fuck up my shit.
That's so rude.
Go away.
Like the temerity.
I find it
The
crazy.
gall.
Like
The gumption.
the gall. The gumption.
I'm shy.
How dare you say, how dare you open your mouth hole and say that to me?
Your mouth
That's
full.
crazy. That man will never get me. He opened his mouth hole and said some stupid ass shit. Like, ick. Yucky.
Oh man.
Yo,
God
this
bless him
is
if he listens to this
funny.
episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, my guys.
That was a good story. Thanks for sharing that.
Anytime.
Yes, so
Giselle,
guys.
shall you wrap us?
All
Yeah.
right.
Like a present?
Put up.
Like a present. Yay. So guys, thank you for listening to Straight No Chaser. This has been our episode about icks, the things that just make you go from Rastaman to not a Rastaman. You know what it is to see a Rastaman as not a Rastaman?
We need to get you some therapy.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I like Rastaman, but if there's a Rastaman, there are Rastaman that I don't see as Rastaman anymore. It just looks like extensions to me now because
They're locksmen.
icks.
Oh,
So
I
many
know a couple locksmen.
Ickery Dickery ducks.
okay.
Please let that be the name of the episode one time, same time. Straight Ickery Dickery duck.
Oh,
I just put the
God.
net in there. Anyway, my guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to Straight No Chaser. We have had Darryl and Cleavon here sharing their icks with us. If you're out with Cleavon, don't eat because there's a chance that you're gonna do it with your mouth open and he needs his peace. And also don't call him.
Please.
Don't
Oh, God.
What's that?
don't call him.
Text
And
me.
just text him. And just leave Darryl alone. Okay? He's a good man. He's a good man. Just leave him alone. You are an ick immediately, right? He's married, he's having a good old time. He's folding his clothes. Don't come here with your unfolded clothes to our friend to just fuck shit up. Okay? Leave him alone. Right?
Oh,
But
my
also, if you
God.
want to hear us talk more strippiness like this, please check out our Instagram page. That is straightnochaser.podcast. And in the link in our bio, you can find all the places that we have our podcast: Apple Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, the YouTubes for our pretty faces. And this is where Ayana would
Or
usually come.
we'll go and be or wherever you get your podcast. Again,
Yans, we miss you so much because who would have said that? Yeah. So thank you for listening, guys. Happy holidays. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas season for those of you who do celebrate. And for those of you who don't, I hope you get some food from the people that do.
Adios.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.